Hi guys, how's it going? Long time no see. I basically took 2 weeks off because we had no new episodes and I wanted kind of a break after February sweeps, but I'm back to the regular scheduled programming. So first up, the next new episode is called The Tell, and it's the 18th episode of the 9th season, and it's going to air this Tuesday, March 20th. Link to the promo in the description, and here is the press release and promo photos. The Secretary of the Navy partners Gibbs with Dr. Samantha Ryan after top-secret information is leaked by someone on the inside. Jamie Lee Curtis returns as guest star Dr. Samantha Ryan, and Sean Astin guest stars as Tyler Elliott. So finally, the Sean Astin episode is upon us. The promo actually looks really good. The song that they played got stuck in my head, and I just love the part where Tony's just like, "Boss, don't bounce." I mean, everything looks good and everything, but I'm just mostly excited for Sean Astin. And next up we have some spoilers regarding the kid from Baltimore. So there was a mention in the season premiere in regards to a kid from Baltimore in relation to Tony, and there was a little bit of speculation it could be a love child. Mostly it was just like my fear. So the kid is fully grown and he is played by actor Gaius Charles. And TV Line got the scoop on that, and the article says, cast in the potentially recurring role of Jason, a charming, likable, and keenly intelligent Baltimore native whom Tony, Michael Weatherly, saved from a fire years ago. Now an arson investigator and still haunted by the death of a family member years ago, Jason is driven, perhaps too far, to do his best work and try to save as many lives as he can. And according to TV Guide, look for him to be reunited with Tony when a string of fires leaves the Baltimore cops stumped and in need of some federal input. So yeah, this sounds great. Some Tony backstory. Hopefully we get a flashback of Tony like carrying the child out of the burning building, because that would be awesome. And we also got some spoilers on Ziva's mentor slash friend slash her version of Mike Franks. She is cast and she's going to be played by actress Karina Lombard, who I'm not really familiar with, but I'm sure she will be great. Her character's name is Monique Lisson, and she will appear in an April episode. So we learned that from TV Line. We also have another article that comes to us from Entertainment Weekly, and they have a quote from Gary Glassberg, and that says, in this episode, we're actually going to meet this woman, who is a friend of Ziva's, who shares a bit of a big sister relationship with her. The episode ends up taking the gang to Columbia, where they go to investigate the case of a missing Navy chaplain. She participates with us and helps us figure it out. Along the way, you get an understanding of the relationship between Ziva and her friend, he said. All this, he adds, is just a piece of the character-centric puzzle they're putting together that will come into play heavily in the season finale. Ziva is realizing that she's made decisions along the way. She has to decide how important a relationship is to her, and what she really wants from her life too, he says. It's nice to be 9.5 seasons into a show and feel like the characters are still figuring out who they are. I feel like there's a long way to go. It is realistic. I hope she just decides to, do whatever with Tony, like hold his hand, confess her undying love, shag, anything. I just see everything through my Tiva filter, so if you're here and you don't like Tiva, I'm sorry, I still love you, but, you're gonna have to deal with all of this Tiva crazy. So there's also an article in the Examiner that talked about art directors, and they had some behind-the-scene photos of the set that they're at, which is supposed to be Colombia. The article says it's Mexico. That is wrong. It's Cartagena, Colombia, which I'm probably pronouncing the name wrong anyway, but if you want to check out those pictures, link in the description. So we also got a little bit of spoilers for the 19th episode. It's going to be called The Good Son and air March 27th. TV Guide had an article about the episode, and it says, The Good Son is centered around director Vance, Rocky Carroll, and will provide a rare glimpse into the character's personal life along with the addition of a new family member. Joining returning members of Vance's kin will be hunky actor Joko Sims as Vance's brother-in-law, Michael. According to my source, Michael is brought into the world of NCIS when he becomes the lead suspect in a murder case. So, okay, Vance gets a storyline. Great. I love his family. I love his wife. Hopefully this will be cool. Yay, Vance episode. Anybody excited? So finally, let's talk about the finale. It's sort of getting into the time of the year where we're going to start to get spoilers and teasers about the finale, and I'm excited because, hello, wedding! So first up, we have an article from Entertainment Weekly that lets us know that the wedding will take place not in DC, but in Florida. It's usually pretty awesome when the team gets to travel, so this should be fun. So here's some excerpts from the article. First one is a quote from Gary Glassberg, and it says, the whole team will, in theory, all head down for that, and at the same time be dealing with some significant stuff back in DC. It'll be a juggling act between the two. The article also goes on to say, still in the process of being written, the finale will pit the team against a unique adversary that will challenge the team in a way we haven't seen before, he adds. This one will be a little different because it's going to be a bit more focused on the Navy and more about the fleet. Someone's targeting Navy ships, he says. I like to pull things back periodically. I don't want to forget that NCIS is a Navy-related show. I know that's important to our military overseas and a lot of our viewers. I think they'll enjoy this sort of twist in the storyline. But will this twist include a body count? Glassberg's understandably coy, but says, there's some danger involved and we'll have to see where that puts our team. There'll be a cliffhanger and we'll see what's left when we come back. So this is really exciting. I love when the show kind of brings it back to the Navy stuff. You know, season 1 was very Navy-centric. Season 2 is when they really started to kind of branch out and do kind of more different things. But, you know, it's always great to, you know, bring it all back to the Navy because it is a Navy show. It is a military show. So that sounds really exciting. And I'm liking where this is going. It's like Navy-centric stuff in a wedding. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this sounds pretty good. And we have another little snippet from Entertainment Weekly also about the finale, and it also has a quote from Gary Glassberg, and that is, Ducky's going to have his hands full. We've got a situation where there will be injured and bodies, and he'll have a lot on his plate. That combined with Palmer's wedding, there's a lot going on. Ducky is an integral part of this team, and we figured out a fun storyline for him. I'm excited to see how David McCallum embraces it and how the whole team participates in it, he says, reminding me with a laugh. I view suspense and edge of your seat as fun. You know, David McCallum is amazing, and he's getting stuff. He's getting a storyline, so, you know, this, of course, sounds great. So we've got Palmer's wedding, Navy-related stuff, injured people, dead bodies, Ducky's storyline. I think it's, you know, shaping up to be a pretty good end of the season arc. So that's it. Thank you for sticking with me that long. It's probably been a pretty long video by now, but I will see you guys sometime this week, or maybe next week, who knows, for a review of The Tell. It's kind of a hectic week, but I will see you guys later for a review. Okay, bye. Looking forward to this episode. I think it'll be good. There goes my wall.